I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Alexandria, and welcome to Mommy Scrub Diaries. I am currently a medical assistant, and I work at a pediatric outpatient clinic, so it's like a primary care, but specifically for kids. And I am going back to school to get my CNA license, as well as continuing on to get my RN degree. I'm also a single mother, recently separated, going through the whole, how that goes. So I'm bringing you guys along with me on my journey, because I've been on YouTube for a really long time, and there are a lot of people who, well, not as a creator, but just watching. And there are a lot of people who I like and who I've been following their journey from starting the nursing program to finishing the nursing program. And there's different people from different backgrounds and ethnicities that I like to watch. And everybody's journey is always, different, and they're truly inspiring. Some of them have really inspired me to want to continue on with getting my degree. And from the ones that I've seen on YouTube, I haven't seen any of them that I can really like as far as relate to as a mom and working full-time while still trying to go to school. So I wanted to document my journey as I go through it, because I know it's a lot of women, especially like with even just the women that I work with, we all have that in common. Like, we really want to go back to school, get our nursing degree. We put it off because we have kids, we have husbands, we have families, and we can't. And it's hard because some of the programs are really, really strict. So they tell you, like, if you get into the program, you can't work a full-time job, or you can't work because they want you to be completely dedicated to their program. So it's hard to find like a program that's willing to allow you to work, as well as balancing family and trying to maintain it. So yeah, as I was saying, so it's a lot of different videos out here. It's a lot of different content creators who are on YouTube just documenting their journey. And I wanted to give a different aspect of it, so that hopefully me pursuing my dream can encourage other mothers and to pursue their dreams as well, to not give up, to not let anybody, any program, any school tell you that you cannot continue on in your desired career field just because you have kids. So I want to bring you guys along with me on my journey and continue on to show people, like, it's possible, you can do it. It gets chaotic at times, especially if you have kids. It gets chaotic at times, but it's still possible. You just have to keep pushing, keep moving forward, and don't give up. So hopefully my journey can inspire someone to keep going. You can always reach out to me, send me messages, comment on the video, like, subscribe, send to other people. And I just hope that my journey can inspire someone else to live out theirs. So welcome along with me on my journey. Okay, guys, so this video is gonna be like, it's gonna be like a week in a life. So I'm gonna bring you guys with me on my full week, so that you can see exactly what it's like trying to work full-time as a medical assistant. So that's a Monday through Friday job. I work from like 8 to 5. Some days with the office that I work in, we kind of rotate. So we have like a late nurse, late CMA who stays late, so that person usually gets here like at 8:30 and leave at like 5:30. My clinic has late clinic, but I don't do it because it's just, I just don't want to do it. It's too much. Like, to work from 8 till like 9 o'clock or 8:30 to 9 o'clock, that's just too much for me. So I just do my typical Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And then after that, I go pick up my kids, take them home. I help them with their homework, if they have any, cook. If I need to, go to the grocery store, then come home and cook, give them a bath. And then I have time to get myself decompressed and get some rest and start it all over again. So it's a lot, but it's a lot to manage, but it's doable. It just takes a lot of discipline, and sometimes it can get very stressful. It can get very hectic. So one thing that I'm working on that I would encourage other people to do, that I need to start taking my own advice on, is just making sure you take time out for yourself. And when you're working full-time, you have kids, and then you're trying to pursue other things as well. It can get hard to take that time for yourself, but trust me, it's necessary, because it will get mentally draining. But But yeah, so today is kind of a chill day. I'm on my lunch break. So typically my office, we do lunch break from 12 to 1, and if you late nurse, then yours would be 12:30 to 1:30. So today I'm not late. And my lunch ends at 1. But the morning clinic sometimes here is like so sometimes your morning can be like really, really chill, and then your afternoon is like slam packed. But this morning it was kind of a mixture of both, because at one point we didn't have patients for a while, and then everybody just started kind of piling in. And then I think this week too, my clinic just started a new EMR system. If you're not familiar with the EMR, it's electronic medical records system. So it's just how we document everything regarding the patient, how they check them in at the front, verify insurances, all that stuff. We have all the stuff on file. So they're introducing a new new EMR system for the front, and how they check people in, how to schedule appointments and stuff. So that's kind of hectic, because it's been changing patients appointments around, and they're not aware of it until they get in the office, because it's a new change. So it's adjustment to make, but overall it's been okay. Praying that this afternoon goes good, because Mondays are usually like the really crazy days where you get all the crazy stuff going on. And then trying to get my daughter set up with school. So I have a 10-year-old, I have a 5-year-old, and I have a 4-year-old. My 10-year-old and my 5-year-old both go to the same school, and I'm trying to get my daughter registered so that she can start going to their school when they go back in the fall. So right now it's just like a daycare thing for her. So just trying to get her stuff set up, and then also trying to get them in with a primary care physician. They need to go to a new physician. So just trying to get all that stuff handled on my lunch breaks, and then on top of trying to get my own stuff straight, because I'm currently getting myself enrolled into a CNA program, because like some people like me felt like, which I thought I was the only person who thought like, well, I thought everybody thought like that until I started working with a lot of nurses and a lot of the physicians, and they were like, well, if your end goal is nursing, so they asked me, like, if your end goal is nursing, why did you choose the CMA route instead of going, or certified medical assistant route, instead of going the CNA route, which is the certified nursing assistant route? And I was like, well, I'll get more experience and hands-on experience if I'm doing CMA, right? That would be my logic behind it, because, excuse me, I'm eating my lunch, but because you get more hands-on experience with the patients, you're checking vitals, you're giving medications, injections, vaccines, and stuff like that. Like, you have to educate the patients on their medicines. You are following up with referrals. To me, I feel like it would be more of a hands-on thing. So I don't know. I guess that was my logic behind it. But no, because CNAs really are what's going to help you understand your role as a nurse. Because as a medical assistant, you don't work under a nurse, you work under the doctor. So in a lot of doctors' offices, that have like medical assistants, they don't have nurses, because a lot of the stuff that they can do, we can do as far as like in office. But except for the triage stuff, that's the only thing they use the nurses for. It's like triage. So at some clinics. But at this one, the nurses here, the clinic that I work at now, the nurses do a lot, and they have a lot of hands-on stuff too. Like, they help out on the floor and all that kind of stuff. But the clinic that I was just working at, the nurses didn't do that unless we went to them and we asked them, like, hey, can y'all come and help us? But anyway, it just depends on which clinic you are, what state you are, because I know different states have different regulations and guidelines as far as like scope of practice and all that stuff. But yeah, because I was like, I'd be going backwards getting my CNA license, and I'm already a certified medical assistant. But no, that will help you. And then having the flexibility of working like 3 days on, 4 days off, that's definitely my goal. Because working a Monday through Friday is not for me. It's not for me, because you are exhausted by the end of the week when you go home, and then you have to turn around and do homework. So getting off at 5 o'clock, going to pick up kids, by the time you pick up your kids, it's about 5:30, 5:45. And then if you have to go to the grocery store to get groceries, you're not going to get back home until about 7, if that, depending on how packed the grocery store is. And then you have to go home, unload the car, help your kids with homework, and then cook. And then you have to get them a bath, get them ready for bed, and then get yourself ready for bed. And then you have to do that every day for 5 days a week. And Saturday is really not your day off, because Saturday is the day, either Saturday or Sunday are going to be one of the days you want to just do nothing. And then you still have to, like, get your house organized, clean up, like, get ready for the next week. And it's all over again. So it's like you really only have one day off every week. That ain't for me. So definitely going to get my CNA license. The courses that I'm going to take is going to be a weekend course, and it's going to be like a month long. So on the days that I'm not at work, which are Saturday and Sunday, will be the days I'll be doing my CNA classes, and it's only going to take like a couple weeks, so it's fine. And then once I do that, I'll be working at the hospital, and I'm going to get an overnight shift, because my sister, thank God for my sister, she's going to help me out with my kids. Well, she helped me out now anyway. That's where they are until I get out of school, until I get off of work. But yeah, that's a lot. Like, I'd rather do that, and then it gives you the flexibility to go to school. So when you're working in a hospital as a CNA or whatever, and you're going to nursing school, your charge nurse or whoever your supervisor is, they tend to be more flexible with you. They work around your schedule, and then you have a And then a lot of times, like, once you graduate with your nursing program, you could do your externship at your hospital, either on your floor. If you want to go somewhere else, then, you know, that's up to you. But you have the flexibility. You already got your foot in the door. You already there. So, yeah, that's my goal, is to just get my CNA license, get on. I work, the doctor's office that I work at is, like, through a hospital. So, once I get my CNA license, I'll just transfer over to the hospital. But, yeah. Overall, I love working in the healthcare field. Like, the passion that I have for it is crazy. I love helping people. I love being able to understand, like, what causes stuff to happen in your body, even though this is not good for you. But y'all didn't see that anyway. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's worth it, though. The only thing I don't like when it comes to the healthcare field is the lack of resources when it comes to people who are mothers and fathers, because there are some dads that's in the medical field as well. Some of them single dads as well. That there's no lack of resources. Like, if we're trying to go to school and we're trying to educate ourselves so that we can move up in your company, there should be more resources to help us with funding for childcare, because childcare is not expensive. Childcare is like rent. So imagine paying rent twice a month. That crap is not cheap. Like, the resources need to be better, because if we don't go to school and educate ourselves, who are y'all gonna put in these hospitals? Because a lot of people are getting burnt out or going to travel nursing. Like, there need to be more resources. Like, we really do need more resources, because it's hard. Like, it is so hard. And then for a program to tell you you cannot work if you trying to go to nursing school, who are you to tell me I cannot balance working a full-time job and handling my kids and handling this caseload? Handling your kids and working is already, if you can handle both of those, you're a pro. And my hats off to you. But yeah, my hats are off to you, because, honey, that is not a joke. Like, my kids, I love them to death, but those kids will drive you crazy sometimes, because, for one, they don't have a filter. Like, my kid, I can't speak on nobody else's kids, but my kids do not have a filter. So I can never just anticipate when something's gonna come out of their mouth that don't need to. And it's random. Like, sometimes they shock me. Like, I can't even say anything. I just sit there in silence, because I'm like, why? And they laugh. Like, kids don't care. They will embarrass you in public. Like, they do not care. But yeah, I just want to bring you guys along on my journey. And hopefully my phone is not getting hot, but I'm going to bring you guys along on my journey, so that my chaotic life and all my woes of everything, like, hopefully it encourages somebody. Hopefully it push you. Like, that's my ultimate goal, because life is so unpredictable. Like, one moment your life can be going in one direction. Like, this past year, last year, 2023 and 2022, when I tell you that it beat me down bad, but I'm thankful for it, because, hold on, I think the sun is burning my phone up. That might be better. Hopefully y'all can see me good. But last year and the year before, it was really hard on me, because, like, your life can be going in one direction. and you can get thrown a curveball that would just detour you like completely. And that's what happened to me. Like, I was not expecting to be going through a divorce and separating and all this other stuff. But I don't regret anything, because going through my situation truly pushed me back. It pushed me back into my faith, because I was always like, we were brought up in the church, like my family and I, like we were brought up in the church. Me and my sisters and my cousins, we used to praise dance, we used to sing in the choir. So church is not something that was unfamiliar to me. Having a relationship with God, however, it was, because I thought like I've experienced being in God's presence before, when you sing and you really put your all into what the words that you're saying. You allow yourself to like really meditate on what those words mean, and you enter into God's presence. That's something that's like unmatched. That's a feeling that can't even be expressed, that can't even be put into words. But I strayed away from that. Like life really was like I made a lot of stupid decisions. I made like decisions that kind of drew me further and further away. And the more I drew away, and the more that I pulled myself away, I felt like I had got so far that I could not reach back out. Like, I felt like we all get to a point where we done something so wrong. It was just like, oh, God cannot just, he's not going to hear me, because I went too far off. Like, I went too far left. And that could not have been that's the biggest lie I've ever told myself, is like, God won't hear me. God can't see me in this situation. Like, I can't come to God in this, because I just went too far. And going through that whole situation that I went through last year and the year before, it pushed me back to my faith. Like, the love and the experience in a relationship, that's the most important part. The relationship that I built with God in that situation has really gotten me so far, because like God is my faith has pushed me to whole new levels. Like, I've gotten to new levels that I didn't even realize that I could get to, that I didn't even see possible for myself. So like, going through this journey has just really taught me, going through this journey just really taught me to never leave. Like, God has never left me, and he never will. We stray away at times. We allow circumstances and situations to pull us away, or we allow mistakes that we've made to make us feel like we're not deserving of a relationship with God. But that's a lie. Like, keep going forward, keep praying, keep pressing, and I guarantee you will be living in your answered prayer very soon. You just have to keep going. Don't give up. Don't let life knock you down and keep you down. Don't let situations or people walking away from you cause you to walk away from God, because a lot of times God would allow us to go through stuff just to open up our eyes, because some of the stuff that happened to us, we bring on ourselves. Anything that comes to us is have to go through God first, and if it's not going to teach us anything or pull us closer to him, he's not going to allow you to go through it. So if you're going through it, it's for a reason. Sometimes we have to just sit in it and say, God, what are you trying to show me in this? Help me to see you in this situation. And I guarantee you, whatever it is that he's trying to bring to your attention, you'll see it. He's going to allow you to see it. He's going to allow you to go through it so that you can see it. And once you come to the realization of what it is, learn from it, grow from it. Don't ever beat yourself up. Don't ever feel like you're not good enough. Don't ever tell yourself you're not good enough, because if God chose you, that means you're equipped. If God chose you, that means he did it for a reason. So you're deserving of everything that you're receiving, all the blessings. Like, don't ever make yourself feel like I'm not deserving of this, because you are. If he gave it to you, it's because he see that you're deserving of it, and because he loves you enough to allow you to live in it. So just keep pushing, keep encouraged, like stay encouraged. Like, I'm hoping that my journey can really encourage somebody, and really that's the whole goal for me, is to just encourage and uplift and show you that what's possible when you really put your faith into God, and when you really bet on you. You're worth betting on. And when everything that I'm saying, I'm really speaking to myself too, because that's one of the things that I have suffered with, is betting and to trust into me, to believe in myself, because I would go 10 toes down for the people that I care about, for the people that I'm connected to. Like, I trust in you, I believe in you, girl, you are better than this. But I would sit there and doubt my own self. Like, I don't know if I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. Like, I'm not capable of doing that. And God gave me the dream and the vision to do the YouTube a while ago. It's been on my heart, but I was so afraid to do it because I was like, I'm gonna just wait till I lose some of this little baby weight. I'm gonna wait until I'm in a better situation. I'm gonna wait until I get into the program. And he was like, no, because you don't understand how many people are contemplating on doing what you're doing, which is pursuing this career, and they're not doing it because they feel like they have to wait until they get to a certain point. And it's like, you don't, like, there's no perfect time. Pastor Stephen said that a lot of the times things are not happening for us because we're not doing it. We're waiting on a perfect moment. We're waiting on God to show me confirmation. God will confirm that you're going in the right direction when you make the step. He's waiting on you. So that really like made me like, you know what? Okay, let me get to going. Let me make this step. Let me stop playing, because if me being stagnant and not doing it is causing somebody else to not get to where they go, that makes me feel a type of way. So hopefully this can encourage someone to step out on faith, go forward, stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. If you keep waiting, there's always going to be something that's going to come up that you can use as an excuse to not do it. Just do it anyway. Like, keep going. And then with a lot of these videos, a lot of people don't show the beginning parts. Like, they don't show what it's like to go through these prerequisites and all this stuff like this. Talk about, like, I know each school is something different, but each school gonna require you to take anatomy, and anatomy ain't no joke. Like, a lot of people don't talk about that class, but that anatomy is not a joke. Like, people do not talk about that class enough in their nursing program. And some people try to make it seem like, oh, it's so easy. No, it's not. It's not easy, because you are learning every muscle, every bone, everything there is to know about your body from the inside out, from head to toe, from every little hair follicle. You have to know it in anatomy. And if the first teacher that I had for my anatomy class was not a good teacher, and then I was trying to take that class when I had too much going on. That's why I say getting your CNA license and working in a hospital is the best thing for you when you're trying to go to nursing school, because working a Monday through Friday and have to take an anatomy class with kids, girl, I set myself up because I was stressed out. And then I was taking anatomy lecture lab every Saturday, and then I had another class. I can't remember what. I think I was taking a psych class with that class. But girl, I love psych, like developmental psych, all that stuff. I love that. But that anatomy class, and the teacher that I had did not like to teach. What she did was read PowerPoints and tell us that we have to learn the material. We didn't have any, like, you know how some classes give you a study guide. They give you kind of, okay, this is what I need you to study in. Stay in this area. Like, we would have all these chapters, but we didn't have like a range. Like, okay, make sure you know this part of this chapter, this part of this chapter. Then she'll tell us to go by these books. Like, the book that we had was a book that it asked different questions, like asked for the vocabulary words, knowing what each, like for the elbow, knowing the terminology and stuff. But then when you get a test, like they tell you fill out this book, and you go along with this book, then you should pass every test. I would fill out this book. I was memorizing these parts and get to the test, and none of this stuff said that. And I'm like, okay, so what are we supposed to be studying then? And then when we take the test, we don't get to review it. We don't get to see what we missed. We don't get to go back so we can say, okay, this is what I... We did not get to do any of that. So you're just kind of going in it blind, like you don't know what you're supposed to be studying. So if you're taking anatomy, I would advise, like, if you can't, like, if you're one of the students who have somebody that's able to pay your bills, or you don't have to have a job, you don't have to work, you don't have any other responsibilities, you can take that course and take over something else. But if you are somebody that has a busy schedule, like, I can't tell you what works for you, but for me, I'm taking that course once I'm done with my CNA classes and I can get in the hospital, because that course was a lot. And I feel like it was a lot too, because that teacher was not teaching anything. Like, if I could have took that class online and just had to go in for like the lab portion, I would have been okay, because I can teach myself material. But for somebody else to put the stuff in front of me and don't give me like a parameter, like, I don't know what your teaching style is. I don't know how you do your grading systems. Like, I don't know how you do any of that. And then from the parts that I did see, I pulled out during midterm. I pulled out when I was ready at the deadline, because some schools have a drop period, and if you don't pull out before the end, it's going to affect your GPA. I had a 3.6 GPA. I was not finna risk it, because that course was kicking my tail. Like, that teacher was not, her teacher style was just not for me. I'm a hands-on person. I can study, but I need to know, like, what areas do I need to focus on in, because truthfully that's a lot of material. That's why a lot of schools you have anatomy 1 and then anatomy 2, because anatomy 2 is just continuing on anatomy 1. It's a lot of material to cover in a semester, and then if you don't give somebody parameters, like, that's a lot for anybody. But it's about time for me to go back in for lunch, so I will pick up the camera and we'll go from me going from getting off of work, going to pick up my kids, and finishing out our day. So I'll see you guys later. Good morning. Today is currently Tuesday, January the 30th. I just dropped my kids off at school and I am on my way to work. It is really cold this morning. Like, this weather has really been back and forth. It was just hot this weekend, and now and yesterday was kind of warm. It was a little windy, but this morning you wake up and your car is frozen, ice all over. And trying to get out in this traffic and make it to work on time. I'm always pressed for time in the mornings, especially. I was up last night with my daughter, my 4-year-old. She has a stomach bug. Her brother has had it for over a week, and he's starting to finally feel better. And now it feel like it's spreading, because my 4-year-old, after this whole week of him having it, she just now starting to get sick, and she's throwing up. She was throwing up all night, so I was up with her all night. So I'm super tired this morning. Definitely give me an energy drink this morning. And then yesterday, I remember saying before I went from my lunch break, that Mondays are typically hectic. Well, I kind of jinxed myself, because yesterday afternoon was so freaking crazy. And then I think I spoke a little bit about them introducing this new EMR system, and this new part of the EMR system with the scheduling and stuff. And it really messed up yesterday's afternoon schedule. So we had like 16 different people show up at one time, and then it was just crazy. So we have 2 girls that check people in for us, and 2 medical assistants that do the check-in process. Some clinics, the medical assistants do everything from beginning to end. I come from clinics where you have to do everything from beginning to end. The primary care clinic that I was just working at before I started this job here, we have to do everything from beginning to end, where you check the patients in, you get the vitals, you do the medication reconciliations, you update the charts on anything, like they've recently been to any outside physician, seen anybody like cardiologist, gastro, anything like that, then you update it and try to get records for those, make sure we have them in their system so that the provider can see it and go over it with them to see if anything needs to be changed with medication, because sometimes they'll go to an outside physician, outside their primary, and I turn the heat down, I'm hot, and they'll change their medications or tell them that they need to stop taking a certain medication. So it's important for them to update that with us. And then I would have to go voicemails, return patient calls, assist with prescription refills. So sometimes I would have to reach out to the pharmacy and give a verbal order. And then, like, at that physician's office, we had the in baskets where messages would get sent from the patients to and from the provider. We would have lab results, where we would have to call the patient to review those results. And then what else? It was a lot. But this clinic, they have 2 medical assistants up front who check patients in. So one of them does the babies from like newborn all the way up until 3, I believe, and then the other one does the 3 all the way up until 18. So they were kind of slam packed yesterday, and it was crazy. Like, it backed up the clinic really bad. And then our clinic has a lot of students and stuff that come in to do their residency program. So we have medical assistants that come in there to do their training, to do their clinicals and stuff. So sometimes they can be a lot too, because you're working with trying to keep up the pace and then trying to train someone as well. So it can be a lot, but we got through it. We made it through. I last night I was just this morning I was exhausted because last night I was up with her. She got up the first time around 2 something, and then she got up again at 3 something, and then she got up. She didn't go back to sleep for a minute because she was so like, it was bad, but she fell asleep leaning over the bed, standing straight up. Like, that's how I knew she was tired and she wasn't feeling good. And I was cleaning up vomit. I had to strip her bed, strip my bed, clean the floor. So I started all that stuff, and then when I get home tonight, I'm gonna have to mop and sanitize my whole house because it's lingering. I need to get some sanitizer spray, like the lifestyle spray, because I hate germs and it's lingering. So praying that today is a good day. So typically in the mornings, like what I do in the mornings is I try to get up no later than 6:15. My kids' school is like 10 minutes down the road, but getting them up, getting them dressed, and then getting myself dressed, and then they have to pack a snack because they eat breakfast like really, really early at their school. So they have to pack a snack so that they don't be starving by the time they come home from school. And they advise us to just send a snack. So I usually pack a snack for my kids, or I let them pick out a snack that they want to take. So yeah, we got gas. We're on our way to work. The only thing that I have like on my agenda for today is on my lunch break, I have to go do a walkthrough for this other daycare for my daughter. So I'm gonna do that on my lunch break because they close. Well, she said they don't do walkthroughs after a certain time. So I'm gonna go do that after I clock out, and then hopefully I still have time to eat a little lunch. If not, it's okay. I mean, I have my overnight oats. So I've been doing these overnight oats, and then this time I tried to add like a what is it? A protein drink in it instead of doing. I usually do the silk milk, the oats, the trilogy seeds, which is the hemp, the chia, and the flax seeds, and then I do the cinnamon and sugar stuff. It's like a seasoning, but it's not seasoning. It's the sugar and cinnamon mix. And then what else? I do honey, and then I do fruit, but I'm out of fruit. I have to go to the grocery store. So, and I'm out of the milk that I use, the silk milk, because I don't like it with whole milk. So I use this caramel protein. What is it? What is this stuff called? The caramel protein. It's like the caramel protein drink. And it's by what is the Premier? That's what it is. It's the Premier protein smoothie, and I added that instead of doing whole milk. So I did everything else except for the milk and then the fruit. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna taste. That's gonna be my breakfast. And usually when I eat that anyway, I don't get hungry. So for the remainder of the day, I just eat like for lunch, I'll probably eat some trail mix and then drink a water. So that's what I've been doing. It's been working. I have not been that hungry. So it fills you up. And I'm hoping that with this protein shake added to it, that it'll help fill me up completely. And then I'm also getting more protein in it too. So that's a win. But yeah. So today's going to be a good day. And we get our schedules. I don't know if I'm late today anyway. I didn't even look at the schedule. I think I left my schedule. No, I did. It's right here. Oh, this February schedule. I don't even know what January schedule is. We got just January schedule, but January's about over with. So I don't know if I'm late today or not. I don't usually know until I get to work because the schedule that I had, I can't remember where I put it. And then we don't have assigned providers, like somebody that you're designated to work with every single day. That's another thing that's different in the last clinic that I worked, because we had one provider that we worked with, and then if your provider was not there that day or was going to be out for like a couple days or a week, then if another provider didn't have, like medical assistant wasn't there for the day, we would go and work with that provider. But this clinic, we just rotate between providers, and then there are providers that are there that are attendees, they're residents, some doctors that are graduated doing their residency, and then you have some student doctors that come in too. So it's a lot going on, and then you have the room for everybody. So they'll split the dividers up amongst the CMAs. So you'll just see, you know, whoever you and your CNA partner is, y'all will see whatever providers that you get assigned to. I mean, it's cool though. So it's a lot of different aspects with healthcare, like how some clinics can do things certain ways, and then states are different. So certain states regulations are different. So I'm gonna finish driving into work because this traffic can get kind of bad, especially like coming once I get closer to the clinic that I work at. There's a lot of people going in and out. So I will see you guys again on my lunch break when I get ready to clock out. Hope you all have a great day and Happy New Year, because I didn't say it in the beginning of my video, but Happy New Year. I pray that everybody that is coming across my video has a great and prosperous year. I pray that you will accomplish all your dreams and your goals that you have set for yourself. I pray that you will see yourself in a whole new light, that God will reveal to you the way that He sees you, so that you can understand and be able to comprehend what your full value is, and that you will be able to walk in the purpose that God had already predestined for you. That He will give you insight on what it is that He has predestined you here for, that you will walk in your purpose, and that you would do so boldly, without fear, without doubt, without insecurities. You will walk in it boldly. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Y'all have a great day. Good morning. It is Wednesday, I believe, the 31st. It's the 31 days in January. It's Wednesday the 31st. I'm on my way to work. I just dropped my kids off at school. I did not pick back up the camera yesterday afternoon, or during my lunch period, because during my lunch, I believe I had said yesterday that I had a walkthrough at a different daycare for my daughter, and that took longer than I thought. So I was not I was on the press for time to try to get back to work to make sure I wasn't late. And then yesterday was a hot mess. So I know if you work in the healthcare field or in the medical field, there are education trainings that you have to go to, and to kind of refresh your memory on certain things, like any changes or updates that's made to the policies, your facility policies, to make sure that you're up to date, or refreshing your memory on things like vital signs, how to take a manual blood pressure. Some people don't know how to take a manual blood pressure because you've worked in facilities where we have the machine that you can hook the patient up to, and it does it for you. So just making sure everybody knows how to do a manual blood pressure, making sure everybody's up to date with the CPR and first aid, because now they changed it. I don't know if it's nationwide or just statewide, but they changed it. So when you're doing compressions, chest compressions and breaths into an adult, it is 30-2 ratio when you're by yourself, and it used to be once you get a second person there to help you, it switches to each person. It switches, and then the second, both people do 15 chest compressions and 2 breaths. Well, now they changed it, so both people do 30 chest compressions to 2 breaths, and then it's the same thing for the nothing changed with the child, but for the infant. So instead of doing the chest compressions with your 2 fingers in the child's chest, now you have to do the one where you do your 2 thumbs and do the compressions in the middle of the child's chest with these fingers wrapped around the baby's, kind of like the real cage. So that has changed. And then just doing refreshers on labs, like knowing how to order a draw, knowing why it's important to not draw certain tubes before others. What else we did? Hand washing skills. Make sure you're washing your hands properly. And what else? I'm trying to think. It was like 10 different stations. Oh, going over the depression screening, the smoking screening with children. So now that has changed. We have to start asking, doing the depression screening and the smoking screening at 12 years old, because kids are starting to smoke at younger ages, or have access to like vapes and stuff like that at younger ages. So now we have to start asking those questions at children that are 12 years old. So it was just a lot of different stuff. Like that part I did not know. But like some of it was good information because some of it I was not aware of, and then some of it was just like, okay, yeah, I already know that. So it was just like to remind you, hey, when you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. But it caused a lot of chaos in the clinic because everybody in our clinic had to go, but the walkthrough was like 45 minutes long because you have to stop at each station to get signed off saying that you either observed and was educated, or you had. So you either had to get educated on it, like they educated you and you observed them demonstrate it, or you had to demonstrate it yourself. Oh, like the catheter thing, like so. We have to do straight casts in our clinic for children and babies if it's needed. So we had to get checked off, like showing that we know how to do that as well. So it was just a lot, and then that whole thing takes like 45 minutes to go through each station because you have to get signed off on it. And then everybody couldn't go at once because they weren't going to close down the clinic. So it was like they divided it up. And when I went, my partner that I was working with was by herself. So when she went, I was by myself. And it got crazy because of that whole new schedule thing. It's messing up people's appointments. So you have so many people showing up at one time. And then plus the people that are already in the clinic. So you have orders like vaccinations and taking them to the lab and all this other stuff. And then you got 6 more people showing up. Then you got to look at the schedule. There go 6 more people showing up. So it was a lot. There was a lot of people showing up at one time, and then trying to take care of the people that are in the clinic. So it was a lot. Like sometimes you have to repeat the blood pressure because when they hook them up to get their vitals, sometimes that thing I don't like to do it. I prefer to just do straight manual blood pressures because that machine will have your blood pressure like extremely high. Then you take a manual and it's normal. So I don't like that machine, but yeah, we have to go in and repeat blood pressure. Sometimes we have to go in and remeasure the child's head. We have to go in and get a different weight, like make sure we measure the weight or something because something could be off. So yeah, yesterday was kind of hectic. Praying for a smooth sailing day today. It's really rainy and gloomy outside. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of a type of day where you really just want to lay in your bed and do nothing. So hopefully not too many people want to come into the clinic today. So hopefully today is a smooth day and I'm actually able to pick up the camera on my lunch break and just talk about my day or whatever. Hopefully you guys are having a smooth week. Everything's going good. Praying for blessings and prosperity for everyone that comes across my videos. Praying for health and wealth for everyone that comes across my videos. I know some days it's hard, like working a 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever you want to call it, and Monday through Friday, and then trying to go home and balance like life with kids. It's hard. Like it's so hard. For the last 2 days, I have not cooked. Like Monday and Tuesday, I did not cook. I cooked over the weekend, but sometimes I'm so exhausted. Like these last 2 days in clinic have been crazy. So I have not even went home and cooked. Like Monday they ate McDonald's. And yesterday, my sister fed them because she gets them for me after school. And she fed them, thank God, because I was so tired yesterday. Like I was extremely tired. I was extremely worn out yesterday. And like these last 2 days, I haven't been going home and get straight into the bed. Like I'm knocked out by 9, no later than 10 o'clock. Because it's crazy. Like, and then Sunday I was up with my daughter because she was sick and she was throwing up. So I didn't get much rest Sunday night going into work Monday. And then to have a crazy day Monday. I went home Monday after work, after I got them their food and stuff, and we ate. I went straight to bed. After I put them to bed, I went straight to sleep. And then I went straight to sleep. So it's not been the most glamorous 2 days. Hopefully today's better. I'm still tired. Tonight I'm gonna try to come home and cook. It just depends on the day I have, because if I'm just too tired, I'm not gonna be in the mood. And then if my sister feeds them before I get there, I'm not gonna cook. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just a lot going on right now. It's kind of chill. I've got still got a little time before I start. So I know I've told y'all at the beginning of this video that I was going back to school to get my CNA license, and I'm gonna do that program. The school where I am, they have a short program that I'm gonna take over the summer so that I can still work full time, and I'll be taking those classes on Saturday and Sunday. So the day to enroll for those classes is February 19th, and I'm going to go ahead and pay for the class and enroll. And the class doesn't start until July. But I want to go ahead and save my spot because the last time those classes filled, I wanted to do it this semester, like spring, but the classes filled up so freaking fast. I didn't have time to get in nobody's class. And I'm not going to try. I am going to go ahead and secure my spot for February 19th so that I can take the class over the summer because, and then I want to go ahead and get set up to start taking classes for my nursing program as well because that program is really long, and I still have a couple of prerequisites like my anatomy classes that I have to take. So I want to go ahead and take those. I'll probably start those in the fall. I may start it over the summer. I don't know. I don't want to put too much on myself because working full time and then now starting YouTube and then trying to add in CNA classes and then adding in more classes is going to be a lot. So what I probably do is just do the CNA classes over the summer while I work and balance out that because I do have to do something with my kids over the summer. Get them in some type of summer program. I don't know. But I'm going to have to do something with them this summer so they can get out of the house. And then I will work and do the CNA program, start my anatomy class over the fall. So that way I'll already have a CNA job. Like I can just transition from my doctor's office to the hospital. And then just have a CNA job so that I can go to school and just focus 100%, just be able to focus. Because having those days off during the week I'm going to work overnight. So having those days off during the week when your kids are at school gives you time to get stuff done. It gives you time to have time to yourself. Gives you time to get studying done. You can schedule appointments without having to miss work or miss money. Because when you're working and you're a single parent and every dime counts, every hour counts, missing anything can really determine whether or not you're going to have enough money to pay your bills that month. So I need something that has a little bit more flexibility because I get exhausted and I hate that for my kids because I know when they get out of school, they're ready to have fun, to play. They've been at school all day. And then sometimes they're ready to play and then want to play with me. And sometimes I'm just tired because it's a long freaking day. And then you have to do this 5 days out of the week. That's why I said earlier, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or either Monday, one of them, that working Monday through Friday, that is not for me. It's not. I need my days off during the week. I need time to myself. I need to be able to regroup and recuperate so when my kids are ready for my attention, I'm not too exhausted to give it to them. So I just been praying, God, please help me through this. Just asking for guidance and for direction because it can get overwhelming and it can make you feel defeated because you're trying really hard to maintain a good balance and making sure that you're not lacking in any area, but truthfully you're going to be lacking somewhere because it's a lot. So yeah, that's just the process that I'm in right now. And I know it's a lot of women who are going back to school, and I try to beat myself up at because I'm 30 years old. I've been trying to get this nursing license off and on for years. I ended up going to school for medical administration, and then I was like, girl, this is not what you want to do. You do not want to sit at desk. You do not want to push paperwork all day, answering phones, on calls all day. So I just did a medical administration because at the time I had my son, so it was simpler. It was something easier that I thought that I can do to go ahead and just start making more money because I was doing home health and working in assisted living facilities as a tech. And I liked it working in assisted living facilities, but honestly, they don't pay you. So that wasn't gonna cut it for me, and I was trying to get on my feet or whatever. So I've started classes and then had to stop because of life reasons. So when I met my husband, we ended up moving to a different area from where we were from. So I had to stop going to school where I was going and then try to switch and go to the school up there. That wasn't working out because then I ended up getting pregnant with my my youngest child, and then we ended up moving again. So with his job, we moved a lot. So it was a lot of stop and start. It was a lot of stop and start because of his job, and then I had to keep moving schools. So each school does not take credits from different schools. Some schools are considered accredited by some schools, and some of them are not. So some of the classes I've already taken, I don't have to retake more than one time, and which is fine. It is a part of the process. But I beat myself up over it because I'm like, if I can just sit still and just get the classes out of the way, then it'll be easier. And then I've taken anatomy, but I want to get a higher grade because I had like a C when I took it the last time, and I want to get a higher grade because when you get higher grades, better grades gets you into the program a whole lot quicker. So I want to retake them and get a higher grade, and then just now that I'm somewhere stable and I'm able to really focus and do what I need to do as far as school wise, I can start at one school and finish at one school. So yeah, that was the whole spiel. So I know it's a lot of mommies out there, a lot of women out there, some men as well. Like, we put things off, trying to accommodate households, trying to accommodate spouses, trying to accommodate children, and it causes us to have to go back and forth. So I've beaten myself up about that for a while because I'm 30 years old and this is something I've wanted for a long time and still have not accomplished it yet. And then I keep telling myself, girl, you 30, you going back into school, and you're going to be sitting in nursing classes with kids, like, well, not kids, but with younger adults, like 21-year-old, 19-year-old, 18-year-old. Some of them are still in high school and trying to get their prerequisites out of the way. So it's like, I'm sitting in the class with all these people, and sometimes it can be intimidating because you're like, they're young, their mind works way faster than yours. I graduated in 2011. For some people, that might not seem like that long ago, but for all of us 30 and older, that's a long time. So, I graduated in 2011. So, yeah, that's a long time. And then just to think about it, that's a long time. But seriously though, like, we are trying to get back into the school and get ourselves together and just figure out like where's life going. Because you can think you can have everything figured out, you can think you can have a plan, and then boom, life hits, and now you're having to readjust, you're having to recalculate your plans, go back to the drawing board, start again. And sometimes that could be, all that in itself can be intimidating because you're like, dang, I have to keep starting over. So it's okay though. Like, ain't nothing wrong with starting over, especially if it's necessary. And for me, it was definitely necessary. So I'm looking forward to it though. I'm excited. I'm really ready to go ahead and get it going because I know that I can do it. I know that I can pass the classes. I know that I can get into the program. I just have to keep going. So that's what I'm working on now. I just made it to work, pulled up at work. Well, about to park. And praying that today is a good day. And then another thing I'm gonna talk to y'all about when I go on my lunch break too is why these jobs want you to pay for parking. You want to pay me to do a job, but you want me to pay you back so that I can park here to do the job. Yeah. But all right, I hope y'all have a great day. See you guys later. Have a blessed and prosperous day. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, February the 1st. I hope and pray that you are having a very great start to your week. I know it's the end of the week, but I hope everyone has had a great week. I am on my way to work. Just dropped the kids off and went to the gas station because I desperately needed an energy drink this morning. yesterday was not that bad of a day work wise. It was not that bad of a day. It just, the afternoons kind of can get hectic, but it wasn't as bad as it was in the beginning of the week. We still trying to get used to this whole new schedule thing, and so my clinic is, they don't, I know some clinics, like, they have a late policy. I've heard there's several clinics that did, like doctor's offices and stuff like that, 15-minute late policy, and after those 15 minutes you can't be seen, you have to get rescheduled. So my clinic does not. For children that are under 2, I believe, 5 maybe, 5 and under, you could be late, and no matter how late, they're still gonna see you. They're still gonna see you. And then children that are over the age of 5, they have to reschedule. But right now, while this new schedule thing is going on, because it's messing up everybody's appointment time, so it's showing up some people appointments that are supposed to be there like 2:50 or 12:50, whatever. They appointment get pushed back to 2:40. So of course they're gonna be considered late if they're not there early. Just waste this dang energy drink. So it's been kind of hectic trying to get in the schedule, trying to get in the so we're just trying to get us in a habit of just understanding the schedule, kind of getting the hang of things and get used to everything, because it's a lot. So today's Thursday. Usually Thursdays are kind of chill. Hand to God, hopefully I didn't just jinx it. So hopefully today is kind of chill. Yesterday I didn't do too much on my lunch break. I didn't pick up the camera. I was on the phone with my sister, just talking with her, checking on my daughter and just looking into some personal stuff. So I didn't pick up the camera on my lunch break, but it yesterday was not that bad. The morning was definitely not that bad. It kind of picked up towards like getting closer to lunchtime. Usually it's not that many people left in the clinic, but I think yesterday we had quite a few people left in the clinic. And then yesterday afternoon before we left, it was like 4 people, I believe, left in the clinic. I thought it was going to be more than that, because we have to write out our report and give it to the late nurse and the late CMA. So we just let them know who all's in the clinic, what they came in for, if they need vaccines or labs, and then we hand off a report. We're supposed to go into the rooms, knock, see, if the doctor's been in the room already or if they haven't, so they'll know how far along the visit is. It was some of them that the doctor hadn't even been in the room yet, and I left like at 5. So it was crazy yesterday. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's okay, and then sometimes it's like, so we gave a report, but a lot of those people end up leaving before the shift is over, because you're supposed to give a report like 30 minutes before the shift ends. So quite a bit of those people left before the shift ended. So I think they were only there for like maybe 4 people that were still there, or 3 people that were still there, because one person was checking out before I left. So this afternoon on my lunch break, I'm gonna pick back up the camera. I should be able to pick back up the camera today. I have a meeting with one of the ladies in the office at my apartment building, so I can record on my way there. Typically everything that I try to get done, I have to get done on my lunch break. And then I have to talk to my supervisor, because tomorrow they have a ceremony at my kids' school, and they didn't tell us until yesterday. And I'm like, why didn't y'all say something ahead of time so I could have requested it off? Because my kids have a ceremony at their school and they could be getting awards. So I don't know if I'll be able to go or not. And I hate that, because I want to be able to show up for stuff like that. And that sucks, because like, why not give somebody a heads up? Like, that's why I'm going to get my CNA license, so I can start working overnight, because I can start showing up for stuff like that. Like, even if it is last minute, I'm off in the morning anyway, so I still can go. Like, they have muffins for moms, donuts for dads, so, which my job is pretty, they're pretty chill, so that you'll be able to show up for stuff like that. But it's the fact that I like to give a notice. I like to be able to let them know ahead of time, hey, next week my kids are having this program. I want to be able to go, so can I come in late that morning? Because I already requested a couple of days off, because next week next month my sister's graduating college, so we're going to be traveling to Tampa to go for her graduation. And then this month, because it just started a new month today, so this month I'm going to get my driver's license for the state that I'm currently living in, because I just moved here. And I requested that off, and I just got on this job, so I don't want to keep requesting days off. That's the only thing about, that's one of the things, I ain't gonna say the only thing, that's one of the things about working like a Monday through Friday job, because it's hard to try to get stuff off without, I don't like using like my PTO time off time, because there's time for when I need something planned, like for my sister's graduation, I can use that day. Like, I don't like using stuff like that, so unless I'm planning something, because it's just a lot. But that's why I'm so ready to start working overnight, because I want to show up for stuff, and I want to be able to be there, so that when they look out in the crowd, when they having a ceremony, award ceremony, because that's what it is, and then, Lord, they're participating in some type of event at school, like a play or anything, I want to be able to show my face. I want them to look out there in the crowd, excuse my eyes, I want them to look out there in the crowd and see me, like, yeah. But I had to get me a new rent this morning because I'm extremely tired. I did not cook again last night. You know, so it was. My son has not been feeling well. I think I said that already, but he has not been feeling well. So he hasn't been eating for almost 2 weeks. He has not eaten anything. Like, he'll nibble on something, but just eating, he has not. So he's been making sure to stay hydrated. So he's been drinking plenty of water and stuff. And he's been picking up his appetite these last 2 days. So he texted me yesterday when he got to his aunt's house off the bus, and he was like, he asked me what we're eating. That's how I know he's getting back to normal, because he texts me every day asking me what are we gonna eat. That's the first thing that's on his mind when he gets home, is what is he gonna eat. So he texted me and asked me what we're gonna eat, and asked him what he wants. And he said something from a restaurant. But I know you're probably going to say no. So I said, what restaurant, Tristan? That's my son's name. And he said, Chick-fil-A. And I was like, okay. So I gave in to them getting Chick-fil-A, because, like I said, he's not been eating. So with him picking up his appetite, I'm just, kind of lenient with that, because he's picking up his appetite. So if he wants to eat, I'm going to get him something that he wants, because he hasn't been eating like that. And plus, I didn't feel like cooking. So, win-win. Oh, it is a win. But we ate that, and then the girls wanted milkshake from Chick-fil-A, and I did not feel like buying a milkshake from Chick-fil-A when I could buy all the stuff to make the milkshake from Chick-fil-A, make them a milkshake every day, if they want one every day. So we went to the dollar store. I got the stuff to make them Oreo cookie milkshake, and I made them one last night, and my 4-year-old just took her hand, dug it in the milkshake, and smeared it all over my table. So, yeah. Glad I didn't cook, because I would have been tired already from work, and then I had to sit up and help my 5-year-old and my son with their homework. And then had to clean up her mess, and then if I had to cook on top of that, it would not have been pretty. So, I didn't cook. But, praying today is a good day. One more day to Friday. Even though the weekend's gonna blow by, but one more day to Friday. Because I'm so tired. I just want to sleep in. I want to sleep in so bad. It's not even funny. Like, I really want to sleep in so bad. But yeah. It is what it is. But I'm excited. It's a lot of things going on. I got to get my daughter in the daycare. I got to get myself set up for the CNA program for the summer. And then I'm going to just stop it there, because I really want to go ahead and start applying for school, and then like getting like my anatomy classes out of the way. But I do not want to overwhelm myself, because, of course, supermom mode always comes in, like, when you're trying so much to get stuff done. And I don't want to feel like I'm rushing myself. So I don't want to keep trying to push the envelope on things, like trying to push the envelope on me, getting all this stuff done at one time, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And over the summer, like, I have to get my kids set up, because my sister works from home. So She cannot, excuse me, she cannot be yelling in the background, hey, y'all need to sit down, so what, stop doing that, sit down. And my kids can be very, very testing, like when it comes to your patience, when it comes to telling them to do something, especially my girls. They can really test your patience at times. So I know, you know, she does not have kids, and she keeps telling me all the time, like, I don't know how you do it sober, like, but that's probably why I'm a little cuckoo. But yeah, like, they can be a lot, so they need to do something, because they get bored so easily, and I don't want to keep them cooped up in the house all summer long while I'm trying to work and go to school. So I got to get them into a program, get my daughter daycare stuff set up, and then she's going to be going to school with them next semester, like when they go back in the fall. So thank God, I'm so ready for that. So she'll be going to school with them, and then I don't have to worry about daycare and all that stuff. So these last few months up until summer, like the end of summer, is the only time I have to worry about daycare, because daycare is so freaking expensive. It's ridiculous. Like $200 and something a week for my kid. That's rent. It's rent, because it adds up. You got 4 weeks, so that's what, 200 and sometimes 4, that's $800 and some dollars a month. So that's a lot. And then trying to keep the kids. Thank God when August comes, that she'll be in school with her sister and her brother, so it won't be as bad, and it won't be as much money that's being pushed out every month. So that'll help me out a lot, especially when I'll be starting my anatomy classes in the fall. So I don't have to be dishing out so much money. I'll be starting a whole new role as a CNA, working overnight. It's easier to come up with a schedule for me, because all of them will be out of the house, so I don't have to worry about, you know, taking them to all these different places. I'm dropping everybody off at one location. I'll be able to pick them up myself, because I hate to ride in the bus, because the bus that comes to our apartment complex is so freaking packed. The kids are standing up in the freaking aisles. I drop my kids off every morning, but I'm not able to pick them up because I work. My sister's not able to pick them up because she works at home, and her breaks are not always at the same time. So she's able to get them, you know, meet them when they get out the bus, and then walk them to their apartment, to her apartment, and then like she watches them for me. But I hate them being on the bus, so that's another reason why I'm ready to go ahead and get these CNA classes over with, because I hate them being on that bus. Like, I pray, like, Lord, please keep them covered, please keep all the kids covered, like no accidents or anything, because if they were to get into an accident, that would not be good. Like, for anybody that's standing up in the middle aisle, that is not safe at all. I don't know why they don't break it up and have multiple people drive into that area, because it is a lot of kids that live out there at our apartment complex, like a lot of families and stuff. So I don't know why they don't break it up, but it's completely dangerous, and I don't like my kids doing it. So I'm looking forward to being able to drop them off and pick them up anyway. And but yeah, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. So I don't want to overwhelm myself, and then I'll be able to really focus on anatomy classes, because the anatomy classes. But people assume that because you work in the medical field, that the anatomy class should not be hard, but it is, because a lot of this stuff, you're not using this terminology every freaking day, and if you don't use this stuff, you will forget it, and it's a lot of parts to remember. So you have to know every groove, every hole, every line, every muscle, every tissue, every cell, what the purpose of it is, what it connects to, what is it, like, what is surrounding it. Like, you have to know all that different stuff, and that's a lot to learn. Like, I learned a lot of it. I still can remember a lot of it, but it's still a lot to learn. And then every teacher is different. Their requirements are different. So it's not like you're going into it like with the same teachings of everything. So some people like really focus in on certain stuff. Like, some teachers will focus in on you knowing the whole terminology and then knowing the spelling. Some of that stuff, I cannot remember the freaking spellings of those words. They're long as crap, or some of them sound similar, or some of them sound one way but they're spelled totally different. So some of the teachers really count out. Like, the last teacher I had, she count out for every word that's misspelled, like every letter in it that's misspelled. And I'm not like, I know what it is. I know what it does. But do I know how to spell it? No. So, and you have to know, like, it's just a lot. So I want to really focus in that class because that is the building block for your healthcare career, like as a nurse. So I really want to focus in on that class and be able to learn that stuff, like, so I know it in and out without a shadow of a doubt. And I just want to be able to pass it. Like, I want to pass it with the, I don't want to pass it with a C, I want to pass it with an A. So yeah, I made it to work. I'm late. Trying to hurry. But the last time I took it, I passed it with a C. And I don't want to pass it with a C this time. I want to pass it with an A. So I'm retaking it so that I can really focus in on the class and make a higher grade. Because it definitely does it's part of your building blocks for your healthcare career, because it's just elaborated on those essential body functions, those body parts, and all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm just starting that part over, and then take anatomy 1 or 2 and microbiology and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm getting ready to head into work. So I hope you guys have a blessed day, and put in the comments, like, if any of you have already taken anatomy and all that stuff, if you have like study tips and stuff that can help study so that I can ace this class and I take it phone. All right, I'll see you guys at lunchtime. Bye. Hey guys, so I have gotten off and I have picked up my kids. We're on our way to the grocery store, getting ready to get some stuff because I'm about to cook tonight. Tonight is the first night that I have cooked all week. So I'm about to make some pasta, probably some garlic bread, and I don't know, I might do corn or something, some corn or some broccoli or something to go with it. But today was not bad. This is the first time I think I picked up the camera since after getting off. I know I picked up the camera and vlogged a little bit of me on my lunch break, just talking about my day and stuff. But this is my actual first day, like picking it up and showing everything that I do once I get off. But the last couple of days, it's been hard, but to do anything after I get off of work, because I've been tired. Like, it's been super busy at the clinic. And then, as I told y'all earlier, during the week, we started this new system where they check patients in and stuff. Oh wow, you just decided to go around like that. But they've been implementing this new check-in system, a new appointment scheduling system, and it has been messing everything up. Like, people's appointment times are changing. So some people that seem like they're late, they're actually on time, because it's not notifying them that their appointment time has changed. It's just changing it in our system. So some people that it's looking like they're showing up late, but they're actually on time because the appointment changed. And then some people were actually late, but we have a policy right now, since the appointments are kind of messed up, that we are still seeing patients no matter how late they are, if they're under a certain age or whatever. So, but today wasn't that bad. Today was pretty good through clinic. It did not get that backed up. Like, we had some people that was kind of showing up at the same time, but it wasn't as bad as it usually is. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good for today. I'm not that tired. We're going to walk through the grocery store and get the stuff that I need. I have the meat. I don't have the noodles. I don't have the stuff to make like the pasta sauce, because I make my pasta sauce from scratch. So I don't have like the heavy whipping cream. Yeah, I don't have the heavy whipping cream. I don't have the cheese, huh? What you trying to do? Oh, here, I fixed it.
Ma, you can't do it because you need to first.
Okay, so yeah. So we're gonna do that. I'll pick you guys back up once we get to the grocery store and we actually start picking up stuff. Hopefully we don't be in there too long, because I hate being in the grocery store too long. Anybody that got kids knows once you go inside the store, they want everything they see. So hopefully we don't be in there too long. Okay, see you guys at the store. Alright, you guys, so last time you saw me, I was in the car on the way to the grocery store to get the stuff that I was going to cook tonight. I've already been to the grocery store. I knew that was going to kind of be a hassle, and it was people everywhere, so I didn't pull out the camera. So we made it back home. I am currently boiling the noodles. These are the noodles that I'm going to use. I'm currently boiling the noodles. They take about 10 minutes to cook. I have sauteed the chicken, not sauteed, excuse me, seasoned the chicken. And then I'm making some broccoli and some garlic sticks, garlic bread sticks. And that's what dinner is gonna be tonight. I'm making my sauce. Put this in the trash. I'm making a sauce from scratch. So I got all the stuff to make that. And after the noodles are done boiling, they boil for about 10 minutes. After the noodles are done boiling, then I will go ahead and start on everything else. So now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my broccoli, because it's not gonna take that long. Something quick but good, something healthy for the most part. And I got me a snack with my kids' cake. I'm hungry. You know, I'm about to rinse these. I love broccoli. My kids do too for the most part. My son does not. He doesn't like vegetables, only vegetables. He claims he likes his green beans, but he don't like vegetables. And then after I do that, I probably just get them back, put them in bed, take a shower, then I'm gonna go to sleep and prepare to do the same thing tomorrow. I'm trying to get up early so that I can be more productive throughout my morning. But sometimes it's hard to get up early, especially if I have a hard time sleeping that night. But I'm gonna have to work out a routine to get that done, because I want to start cooking more instead of buying food. Like this week just took a lot out of me. I was exhausted. I was tired, so I did not cook. But I'm gonna make sure I'm cooking more, taking out the meat, leave myself time to take out the meat to so it'll be thawed out by the time I get off, and I don't have to wait on it. Well, tonight I just went ahead and bought another pack of chicken tenders to cut up for the thing, because I didn't feel like waiting on that to thaw. So I just gotta get better at my time management. But after this, I'm help them with their homework, get them back, put them in the bed, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. Turn on my Criminal Minds and go to bed. Not Criminal Minds, well, I love Criminal Minds, but like I've been watching Law and Order 2. I love both of those, and then go to bed. So I'm gonna speed up this part of the video, and you guys can watch me cook. Hopefully I'll share some tips, something that you may didn't know, because I love to cook. I like to make different stuff. I haven't been doing it as much since I've been working like back in the office as a medical assistant, because I was working from home for a little while. But I used to cook all the time, like all the time. I love making stuff, especially Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I love pasta, and I love seafood. So I used to cook all kind of stuff, but I'm gonna start getting back into cooking because it's cheaper than to be going out all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the video, start me cooking, and then I'm just speed it up. it? Why she put it in here? I found it. Yeah. No. Here. What is it? Okay. Yeah. No, I don't have to sign it. So that's about it for the broccoli because nobody probably gonna eat it, but just me and my sister mostly. And then my daughters like broccoli, so they'll probably eat it too. I'm gonna turn this on to go ahead and start cooking that down. Some butter. And then I'm gonna do some minced garlic or garlic paste. So about that much. I'm gonna go ahead and drain my noodles. Let them boil for about 10 minutes. Some of the pasta water for my sauce. Measure it a little bit, and then for my pasta sauce. So I cook that, let that dry out with the heat, and cut up my chicken timbers into small pieces. I usually cut them up before I even season them. I don't know why I did it backwards this time, but either way, it's gonna get done. Almost. I'm gonna put a little oil. My chicken looks good. Either way, it's gonna get eaten. With seasonings, I just season with whatever makes me happy. I love Cajun seasoning because I love spices. I love garlic. I love what else? Like Slap Your Mama and Tony's. Always be in my pantry. Garlic powder, garlic salt, onion powder. Salzone seasoning gonna always be in my pantry. Like those are always gonna be in my pantry. You gonna always see cheese in my refrigerator. You gonna always see some heavy whipping cream in my refrigerator. Cause I love making sauce, like pastas and stuff. Like I like making like the sauce that goes on like loaded potatoes and stuff like that. Oh, it's starting out too hot. A little bit too hot. I'm gonna put a little oil. What I'm trying to do is sear the chicken. Gonna get a little hot. Not fancy oil, it's a great value vegetable oil. And then I'm gonna have to turn this down just a tad bit. And then put my pan to get this going. my broccoli, and then I am gonna add a little seasoning in here once it add a little water and stuff. But I'm gonna make it cook, so I always clean up my mess for that matter. And I'm gonna turn this down, so I'm gonna add some seasoning to that with my broccoli, and then I'm gonna add some little cooking wine that I use to make my sauce for my pasta. Oh. Egg. Open. Oh, Jesus. They didn't want me to get none of this cooking wine. They could have just said that. Yes. You want to draw? Can you hold on? Did you just fall off that chair? How did you fall? Are you okay? You sure? Get on it's okay. I know this is messy, but it is what it is. This is real life, baby. Huh? Girl! If you don't get up. I understand it hurt, but it really hurt to the point that you gotta get out of it. So my broccoli, I like a little garlic. This is red pepper. I like a little garlic, a lot of garlic, and I like a little crazy seasoning, but I look for my red pepper, but it's like I'm back up. I don't have to use too much with it because garlic kind of has like a sweet taste to it, and I kind of like it. Hopefully y'all can hear me over the chaos. And I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Alright, let that cook down. Now that's all I need here. That one should have been cut a little bit smaller. Where's my thing? You don't have a bowl with some peppers and onions cut up in it. You're not living life. Alright, put this in the trash for me, please. Put this in the trash for me, please. Oh. I didn't mean bring the whole trash can to me. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. You're awesome. You're amazing. Can't believe it. All right, did you do your homework? Why are you not doing your homework? Whenever I told you about doing it. You do not have to talk to me in that high-pitched voice. Yes, I just used the same spatula. This meat is cooked. Just about. Hold on. I'm gonna cut this one up just a little bit more. Ooh, that smells so good. And I'm preheat my oven for when I get ready to sit my garlic bread in there because it's not gonna take long to cook. Like I said, this is a quick meal. As long as your meat is thawed out, which is why I bought new meat. Because I'm not about to wait on the meat to thaw out. Ow! Hot. I'm about to turn it off because I love the good. I like my broccoli to have some crunch to it. Just a little bit of pepper in it. I know some people don't season their broccoli, but I do. And trust me, it's not going to be salty or anything like that, because now it's not even salty. Let me try. Turn it on low. Oh, I love that. When I make my sauce, I leave my chicken in the pan. Sometimes I take it out, but for now purposes, I'm leaving this stuff in the pan. I'm gonna just add my cheese, and then I add my cream cheese and let that melt down first. And then I add the heavy whipping cream, and I start adding my Parmesan cheese. And then once it starts to thicken, I add some of the pasta water to kind of loosen it up a little bit. I add some of the pasta water to loosen up. At this point, I add the cooking wine too because I love the way the flavor of it when it cooks into the meat. So, me and my kids are gonna be eating, watching TV, and going to bed. Araya, homework. Bring me your paper and I can explain it to you. You playing, you got homework to do because when I'm done cooking, I'm going to bed. I'm giving y'all a bath, I'm taking a shower, and I'm going to bed because I have to work tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you on bed. But do you want to practice?
No, not right now. You have to do this here. You have to identify which number is greater or less. So in this section, you circle the number that is greater. That means the number that is the biggest. Yeah. What about this one? Which one is bigger, 9 or 5? Okay, that's all you're doing. Go to those to do that. And then at the bottom section, right, Just do the top one first and then come here because I don't want to confuse you. Look at my pencil pouch inside my room. See, even with the sauce, I'm gonna let you see. Even with just adding that in there, it kind of thickens. Cause look how it does in the pan. It kind of thickens. So what I'm gonna do is turn this down just a little bit. Cause right now I just had it on medium high, but now I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the pure cheese. So I don't add too much of this because this will thicken up my sauce. That's why I said, ow, working overnight. It's gonna be a breeze because I can have dinner ready before they come home, especially on days when I'm off. I always tell this stuff that it don't matter, it's always gonna get cooked up within a matter of a couple days anyway. Because I want some loaded potatoes. Okay, so I take about 6 ounces and I put in there because I like mine creamy. So it just depends on how you like your pasta. I like mine kind of creamy. Alright, I can take this cream cheese and sit it to the side. Yes.
I do this with the bottom.
Huh?
I do this on the bottom.
Let me see. I can't see the paper. Yeah, you do those. Just don't do this part yet. Finish that.
First one is
7 and 9.
7, 9. Which one is better? I think 9. I think 9 is better.
Yes, that's correct.
Mom is better too. 9 is better. And 6 is better. 8 is better. 5.
It's already getting creamy.
And 7 is better. 5.
Huh?
I said 7 is better. 5.
Mhm.
8 is better. 5
I'm gonna
too.
need it.
And 7 is better.
That's how you know you can
Mom,
order
these
these
two
stuff.
is equal. These two is
Yeah, that's the same. Now on the bottom, you have to circle the number that's the smallest.
I already know it.
Okay, go sit down and do that, and then let me see when you finish. Alright, so now that my sauce is, it's already creamy, I already done created the base. Now I just need to add my heavy whipping cream. And my knee is hurting for whatever reason. Heavy whipping cream. And told y'all when next to cook, I'm gonna have to clean all this stuff everywhere. It's kind of loose now. And then I'm gonna add my Parmesan cheese. The Parmesan cheese, I add about a handful. That's a heap of handful. And another piece of a handful. And let that melt down, and then I like to use this Italian cheese in mine too, because it makes it good, and I like how thin it is. See? So I add about a handful of that because that will thicken it up. And this is when I add my pasta water, because it's already starting to thicken. And once it cook down some, like once all this cheese starts to melt, I will see the consistency of it and see if I need to add anything else. Done? That is correct. All of those are correct. Go to the last page.
Last page?
Yeah, you got one more page, that one. So you have to say the sight word and then read the sentence. Yeah. So read the sight word. Sound it out. Yes, read it. What is it?
Cat.
Not cat. What's the last, sound out the last letter in it. What's the last letter? Sound it out. That's right. So sound it out. See how thick it is? Can. Now I need to add more seasoning, so I need to add the slap your mama, huh? Yeah, all of us. Huh? Read the sentence. Read the sentence. No, you didn't. You read the sight words. The sentence is up under it. Yes, that's C. No, it's not. Mari, she doing her homework. Back up. Garlic. Sound it out. Sound it out. You didn't. You said the letter, but you did not say the word. It. Now read the whole sentence, alright? Thank you. Now do the next one. Now I'm adding in my noodles.
What's this word? G?
Huh?
This G?
That's a G.
And the O. So that means it's girl?
Girl, stop guessing and sound it out. You're not. You're saying a letter and just making an assumption. That's not sounding it out, Araya. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to sound it out. Thank you. It's really creamy. I don't know if I need to add the rest of the noodles, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Because it's like really, really creamy. So if anything, I can just add some more here for the cream. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Go. Okay, so this is what the pasta is looking like. And now I just gotta put these, I gotta put the bread in the oven, let this cook for a little while, and let this simmer for a little while. The bread is not gonna take long to cook. I don't even know if I'm gonna cook both of these boxes. Ah, that's hot. You can't eat all of these. Right here. Girl starts with the G, yes, but that doesn't mean whenever you see the letter G that means that's the word is girl. I think 6 of these should be enough. You're making it hard because you're not trying. You want the answers, but you don't want the words. Do you want to start bread? Do you want to start bread? Oh. Go. Yes. Oh. Move. Son, get up off this floor and go sit down. I'm about to start cleaning up my mess because everything is basically done. Just waiting on the garlic bread to get done. What? What's this word? Uh-huh. We just said what this word was. Go. Oh.
Go.
Thank you. E. 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 He.
Can. Go.
Thank you. Me. The. No. The is. The is. This. Is. This. For.
Me.
Thank you. Is this for me?
This is for me.
Okay, here, I'll sign it and put it up.
This is for me.
So like I was saying, I'm finished cooking. I don't know if the lighting went out or something. That's better. So I finished cooking. Just waiting on the garlic bread to get done. And then I will plate it up. And then we will eat. I'll probably take my sister her food if she still wants to eat some. So I'm not gonna cook the other box of the garlic sticks because I just feel like that'll be too much. So that's gonna be it for the garlic bread and stuff. I'm just gonna only make the one thing of garlic bread. So that's it for that. I'm just cleaning up the kitchen now, and then like I said, I'm gonna get them fed, get them to bed. because I'm tired. I want to lay in my bed and watch some Law and Order before I go to sleep because that's my favorite thing to watch. And then I'm gonna turn on one of my favorite movies to go to sleep to. So either it will be Grown Ups or it's gonna be Failure to Lunch. Both of those are very good, and I love both of those movies. Tonight's gonna be one of those nights where they get a choice whether they want the broccoli or not because I do not feel like wasting any food. And then I'm gonna get them some of those mixed greens, whatever that stuff is called. It's like one scoop, and it's like your whole daily greens in one scoop. A little closer. So it's like all your greens in one scoop. So I'm gonna get them some of that so that they can start drinking it early in the morning before they go off to school because like my 4-year-old, she'll eat vegetables. My 5-year-old will eat vegetables sometimes depending on what vegetable it is. But my son, he's not doing it. So I'm gonna just do that instead. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna finish cleaning up. I'm probably gonna speed through this part too, so I can go ahead and knock it out, get it out of the way, and then these garlic breads should be just about done. I don't want to get them too hard. I just want them to get a little toasted because they were already melted down, huh? Why do you have on this scrub top? And what is this on your arm? Okay. Here. That came out of that broccoli. That's a rubber band that was around that broccoli. Here. There's your crayon. That came with this. Here. You need to get a book so that you can read because you have to read the story. Put your stuff up. Why is all your stuff on this table?
Mommy, look at my phone.
Huh?
Look at my phone.
Okay. What is in your mouth? What is it? Apples?
Yeah, apple. I never had apple for Hershey thing. Hershey thing for no one or apple.
You didn't want them apples in the first place. You just got that whole little Lunchable for them fruit snacks. That was the only reason why you wanted it. That's why I don't know why y'all be asking for stuff knowing you're not gonna eat it. And if you're wondering why I'm drinking energy drink before I go to bed, because I need energy to finish out the rest of my night. I don't drink them all the time, but when I do need one, I need one. So, yeah. It's just about done because like I said, I don't like for mine to get hard. I just want them toasted enough on the outside with the outside brown just a little bit because none about like no burnt bread. Mari, do you want broccoli? Mari, do you want broccoli?
No.
Huh?
No.
You don't want any broccoli?
No.
My pasta is good and creamy. I had to turn it off. Okay. So this is what the pasta is looking like. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Tristan! I'm gonna turn these breads off because they're basically done. Come on, eat. Raya, you want a bread? Hot. Hurt my hand. So this is what the food is looking like. So we got the pasta, the broccoli, the bread, pasta bread, because my daughter just said, my youngest said she does not want any broccoli. So this is what that's looking like. Here, Amari and Araya. Sit down, I'm gonna bring this in. Get out and flip out the table, please. Take your stuff in my room. All your notebooks and all that stuff, take your school stuff in my room. Yeah, all of it, take it in my room. Tomorrow. Then I'm about to fix my sister some food and take it to her. I already know she's gonna want some, she gonna want everything. So, fix her some. Huh? You're welcome. I just say you some Virgil. And then her garlic bread. Okay, so that's it for that. And then I'm about to get off this real quick. Put in the bag because she stayed right around the corner for me. So I'm about to run it to her. And then I'll eat when I come back. Tristan. Okay. So that's gonna be it for tonight's video. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. When I'm getting ready to get ready, I might do like a little get ready with me in the morning so you guys can see how my morning routine is with my children. Sometimes they run smooth, they'll get up and without a hassle. Sometimes they give me a hard time. Ain't that right, Tristan? Ain't that right, Tristan? Sometimes they'll give me a hard time, but for the most part, it's pretty hectic. It's not that hectic, unless I'm running late and then everybody gotta hurry up. So that's gonna be it for tonight's video. We're gonna go ahead and wind down. Gonna take my sister her food. We're gonna eat and then we're gonna go to bed because I'm super tired. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good night. Say good night, y'all. Say good night. Why did you look scared when I say good night? Well, do you want to say good night? No. Oh, okay. Well, they don't want to say good night. So good night, y'all. Good morning, YouTube. So right now it is Friday, February the 2nd. It is my baby's birthday month. He will be 11 this month. And I'm getting ready to drop him and his sister off at school. Y'all want to say good morning? You want to say good morning? Right. You want to say good morning? You want to say good morning? Say good morning. Say good morning. So I'm getting ready to drop them off at school now. And then I got to get some gas and then head to work. Today is a great morning, a blessed morning. We woke up. Got full use of our limbs, so that's always good. Got all y'all stuff together. I wonder why these people ain't standing out here because... Huh? Oh, I couldn't see them around the car. So, I'm gonna drop them off. I hate this jacket make me look humongous. Why do people... Oh, that ceremony this morning. I was wondering why people parking over there like that. Because of that award ceremony this morning. How's yours? Come on. But yeah, I'm on my way to work after I drop them off. I've already dropped my youngest off. How far? Stop pointing, Tristan. See y'all later. Love y'all. Have a good day at school. Good morning. dropped them off at school, and they're doing the award ceremony, and I wanted to be there, but I could not be there because they didn't send out a good heads up, like give me enough notice so that I could have let my supervisor know, hey, can I come in late Friday so that I can go to my daughter's award ceremony. So they sent out the thing yesterday letting me know that they're doing an award ceremony, that she's getting an award. So I don't know, that kind of sucks because then you have to plan last minute stuff, and I don't like that. Then my supervisor, that leaves them in the spot where they have to, figure out something last minute, and I hate that. So I always like being reliable, because when the time comes, like if there's something going on, I really do need to have that time off. It's not like I'm always saying something last minute. Like, I like to give a notice. So that kind of sucks. And then I hate coming out there at school, because all those cars are parking that freaking turning lane, or just stopping that turning lane, and you can't see around them, and they don't give you like a heads up, like, hey, go, you're clear to go, and you cannot see around them. So I just had to literally drive in the little median, and the grass in the median, and then just jump out there because I can't see. I hate that. But yeah, that's why I'm really looking forward to working overnight, so that like at the hospital, so that I can be there for stuff like that, no matter whether it's last minute or not. Like, I still can show up because I'm working at night. So during the day, I don't have to worry about, calling anybody and saying, hey, I'm gonna be late, or saying, hey, can I have that day off for anything. That's what really helps when you're trying to do stuff like that, especially when you have kids. It's just making sure whatever your work schedule is, it works for you. And for me, that's just gonna be working night shift. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to not having to work. Really looking forward to not having to work Monday through Friday, because as we've all heard me say multiple times, working Monday through Friday is not for me. I need days in between where I can just rest, because I am so freaking tired trying to go Monday through Friday and then go home and cook and help with homework and deal with kids' attitudes and them not want to listen. After you done been at work all day, the last thing you want to do is have to come home and fuss at a child over and over again. And I get that they're kids and stuff like that, so I try to be lenient, because I know children are children, and I try to be lenient, but sometimes my temper gets a little short because I'm tired. And when you're exhausted, like, you don't want to hear all that noise, you don't want to hear all that screaming, you don't want to have to say stop a million one time, you don't want to say stop fighting, share, stop doing that. Well, if you don't want her messing with your stuff, stop touching hers. Like, clean your room, do your homework. How many times have I tell you sit down and do your homework before you do anything else? That's your job. That's your priority, is to do your homework. It's not my job to sit there and beat down your neck about you doing your homework. It's your job to stay on top of your homework. I shouldn't have to say that over and over again, but here we are, having to say it over and over again. So yeah, it's exhausting. And then having like those days off, especially when they're in school, you have time to rest and to really gather yourself and spend that time devoted completely to you. Not you having to run 1,000,001 errands. Not you having to jump up and play superhero/doctor every 5 seconds, because kids are hard-headed and always want to do everything that you tell them not to do. Like, you have time to just focus on yourself, take you a long hot bath, go get your nails and toes done, go get a massage, or just lay in the bed and sleep. In my case, just lay in the bed and sleep, or slouch around on your couch and watch TV all day. Stuff that you want. But yeah, so I know this week was not as elaborate. With my job, like, they have a strict policy, because I know some people take their phone with them inside their job and like show little glimpses of stuff. For one, I'm not quite comfortable with that part of it yet, and then two, my job is really strict when it comes to phones. So I don't want to be trying to take pictures of the stuff that's not HIPAA, that's not violating any HIPAA or anything, but just trying to take pictures and stuff like that, and then I get in trouble. So for now, it's just gonna be me compensating and stuff like that. Like, I'm still kind of getting used to this whole thing too, because sometimes it's hard, like, okay, to pull out my phone and say, hey, let me record this part or whatever. Like last night I recorded me cooking some pasta. It's not the pasta, well, it's not, like, I make different types of stuff anyway. But anyway, yeah, just trying to incorporate different stuff. Like this weekend I'm gonna try to get glimpses of me, like just my everyday life, because like I said, trying to balance working a full-time, especially in healthcare, which is already a demanding field, and then too trying to, my other job, which is my children, they are demanding. So trying to balance all of that, plus going back to school, just trying to show the ins and outs of that stuff, because come February 19th, I'm going to be applying for the CNA program. So that's, I want to detail what that's going to be like. I might go to the other gas station because it's always hard to get out here. So I don't need to go in the store for anything anyway. So I'm going to just go ahead and go back out and then just go to the other gas station because this one is always packed. But just showing the ins and outs of that, like trying to get prepared for that. I've already got some of the stuff that I need for when I apply, like my immunization records and my TB skin test. So yeah, I got my TB skin test. I got my immunization records. I got y'all trying not to let me out, but I'm going to get out here because I'm not finna be backed up into the road trying to get out. But yeah, so it's like I'm gonna take you guys along on that part of it as well, like trying to get my shot record. Well, I got my shot record, getting into the program, like what it's like applying, because this program is an out-of-pocket program, so I'm paying for the classes myself because it's such a short program. So I'm paying for the classes myself. And then what else? I know I got to get a background check. I got to do a drug screening. And then it's some other stuff that I have to do too, I think. I don't know, but I have to go back on there and see. So I'm going to bring you guys along on that process of it too. And then just preparing for it, trying to get my kids set up in an after school program. Not after school, summer program, because I don't want them sitting in the house. Like my 4-year-old will be at daycare, so my idea will be to have them my 11-year-old, well, about to be 11-year-old, and my 5-year-old at the same daycare, because like for the summer, doing the summer program, so they won't be in the house, because I know my son, he'll sit in the house all day playing his PlayStation. So I don't want him doing that. I want him out of the house. So even if it's just 3 days out of the week, just get him out of the house. So I'm going to sign them up for something to do over the summer. And then, of course, in the fall, they'll be going back to school. And then I think I've talked about before, too. I was going to take a summer class, like doing the anatomy and physiology class over the summer. But I don't know. I'm still thinking about it because I didn't want to overwhelm myself with trying to do the CNA plus the anatomy classes. But in my brain, because the CNA course is only a couple of weeks long and it's at the end of the summer, it's like July 20th, I believe, until August the 3rd or something. It's not long because the course, like I'm doing a Saturday and Sunday classes, so, and it's a hybrid class, so all the bookwork part of it is going to be up to me to complete online, and then I just show up for the clinicals and stuff and check-offs. So then I sit down for the state board test. But that's only a couple of weeks long, and I'll be about done with that other class. I'll be getting ready to take my finals for that class. So in my mind, I'm like, well, girl, you can handle taking an anatomy class, plus, you know what I'm saying, like over the summer, and then just doing that course, because all you'll be doing is studying for your finals. So you'll be done completing that class. So I'm thinking about doing that so that I can go ahead and get that out of the way, and then I can take anatomy too during the fall while I'm working as a CNA, and then just getting all my other stuff, like preparing myself so that I can apply for the program, and then, you know, get into the program or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, because my throat is itching. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, because I don't want to keep telling myself you can't do something or don't overwhelm yourself when life is overwhelming at times. So it's never going to be easy. like, oh, the perfect time to complete something, because you're a mom, so you have to do what you have to do. Like, I was thinking about time wise, because I've already taken an anatomy class, so I don't feel like it's something that I don't think it's something that I can't do and pass it while I'm working full time. I can wait on gas because I'm not that low. I'm sitting here looking. I don't know who else do that, but I swear, if I see I got enough gas to make it to where I'm going, and then to go get gas like on my lunch break or something, I'll drag it out, because it's already 7:43 and I don't want to be late for work. I actually got my butt up on time this morning, so I really just don't want to be late for work. So I think I can wait. But yeah, so it's like, it's not something that I feel like I can't take and pass while I'm working full time, because I've already taken it and I was working full time before. But the only difference was the teacher. Like, I studied really hard in that class, and then I've still been kind of refreshing my memory on stuff, like, while I've been out of the class. Like, I have these apps on my phone that I had downloaded when I was in the program that helps you try to remember, like, the parts of the body and stuff like that. And I have some more my books in storage, and I'm gonna have to go get them out, because as I said before, I just moved to the state that I'm living in now, so my other stuff is in storage, and I have to go and get it out soon, because the storage fee was $48. Now it has went to 80 something dollars, and I'm just not paying it. Like, so I'm gonna get a car or get a truck or something to go get my stuff out of storage. But my anatomy books and stuff in it is in there, so I have time to study it before the class start in the summer. And then I still been refreshing my memory on stuff, like on my phone, just keeping it fresh in my mind. So that's why I said I feel like I can take this class and pass it, you know what I'm saying, while I'm working full time. So, because I was thinking in my head, like, girl, you got too much going on. You're trying to get yourself set up for school, you're trying to get kids set up for daycare and summer programs, you're trying to what else, get yourself, you're trying to get yourself set up for school. So I kept telling myself, like, you're trying to do too much, just pace yourself. But at the same time, like am I really doing too much, or do I, like, I don't know. I think I kind of doubt myself at times, like, girl, don't do that, because you're setting yourself up for failure. You know, you setting yourself up to push yourself harder, because if you don't keep going, if you don't, like I said, it's never going to be a perfect time, especially when you have kids, because it's always going to be something. So I'd rather just go ahead and do it, because I already have all that stuff set up. I have the summer school stuff set. Oh, shoot, what are we doing? Why? Please, people behind me, see my brakes, because these people hit their brakes. Oh, thank you. But, like, I think I doubt myself sometimes, but as a mom, like any moms that are parents in general that have kids, like, you know, like, it's always going to be something. Like, I have plenty of time to get that stuff done for the summer, like there's summer programs and stuff, and then I have my stuff for CNA school already set up before my summer classes start. So all I really have to do is just go take them to get their annual physicals and stuff sometime during the summer, so that they'll be up to date to start school, and make sure the shots and all that stuff is up to date. That's all I have to do. So, like, girl, go ahead and get this class out of the way, take it, knock it out, so that you can go ahead and keep moving forward, because life waits for nobody. And if we keep waiting for the perfect moment, life has been on past us by while we're trying to wait for the perfect moment to get stuff done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that anatomy class, get it out the way, pass it, knock it out, do my CNA course, knock it out, get myself set up to take the next, whatever course is next. So it's that anatomy class, anatomy 2 class, go ahead and get that set up for the fall, knock it out, and then just apply for the program, because this is what we've been waiting on. We've been waiting to get into the program. So yeah, it's been a journey, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that I kept pushing forward and I didn't give up. Like, things got really tough for me, got really hard. There were times that I really did not know what I was going to do, didn't know what my next step was. Because anybody that's gone through, like, a separation or, you know, a divorce or whatever, you know, once you leave that relationship, it's hard. Like, especially if you were really invested into it and you really gave your all into it, it's really hard, because it's like you're rediscovering who you are. You're trying to figure out who you are. What do you want in life? Like, who are you? Like, what are you supposed to be doing with yourself? How do you go from here? Like, what do you do with your kids? Like, it's a lot. especially when you really invested and you really had your heart into it. It's hard because you're healing. You're trying to heal your kids. You're trying to be there with your kids, support your kids, encourage your kids, help them in this transition because they're going from a 2-parent household to a 1. So for my son, you know, he understood because like he was like 5 when I met my husband, and so he understands like the transition of it or whatever. He's more understanding. He's older, of course, so he gets it, but it's just like it's hard. So but we can do it. We got this. Like, I'm really, really proud of myself because I went through a really bad depression and I really lost myself. Like, I didn't know who I was. I felt like I had failed my kids. I felt like I had failed myself because I don't know. I kept having to tell myself, like, you did not give up. You gave it everything you had. You tried. And then sometimes things just don't work out. And that's okay. Like, it's okay. That doesn't make you a failure. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a bad mother or a bad father. Like, you gave it your all. You tried, and it just didn't work out. And that's okay. So now it's just like we're in the rediscovery mode and just learning how to fall in love with yourself too, because if you don't love yourself, you can't expect for somebody else to do it. And for like a lot of us, we think, oh yeah, I love myself, and we don't, because we do not make time for ourselves. We do not encourage ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. That's not a form of self-love. And I had to learn it. Like, I'll tell myself, oh yeah, I do love myself. Like, no, I don't, because what time do I give myself to really process stuff? What grace do I give myself? I can give grace to others, you know what I'm saying, without a shot of a doubt, like drop of a dime. I give grace to others, but I don't give myself grace. Whenever something doesn't go right, or whenever I don't complete something, whenever I feel like I should have completed it already, like this nursing degree, I don't give myself grace, because my life has changed so much since I graduated high school. I've, you know what I'm saying, had kids. Like, it's not gonna be the way I pictured it in my head all the time. Like, everything doesn't work out like that, and I had to learn how to give myself grace. Like, we are so hard on ourselves, and we don't really look at all the picture. Like, look at everything you've been through, and you still going. You still showing up for your children. You're learning how to show up for yourself. Like, give yourself some grace. It's okay. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't always have to get it right on the first try. It's okay, as long as you keep going. So that's my whole purpose of doing the whole YouTube video, because I just want to encourage people. Like, it's okay just because you didn't accomplish it when you thought you should, or just because you didn't accomplish it at the age you thought you should, or the way you thought you should, or the way you wanted to, does not mean you don't keep going, you don't keep fighting. Like, that doesn't mean that you're not a good person. That doesn't mean that you are a failure. It happens. Life happens. We don't always get things right on the first try. But just because you don't get things right on the first try doesn't mean that you're still not going to accomplish your goal. Like, you got this. We got this. We just have to keep going. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep learning through everything. Like, look at everything as a life lesson. Don't ever not learn from the stages of life that you go through, because that's how you learn how to move forward. That's how you learn how to not make the same mistakes over and over again. It's because you've taken the time to reflect on everything that you've gone through. So just keep going. We got this. Like, we got it. And I'm excited. Like, I'm super excited. I was nervous at first from this new journey because I just did not know what to expect. But I'm super excited because this is just me. Like, I'm winning in ways that I didn't even think I would be. Like, that's why it pays to really encourage yourself and to really, like, invest into you, because I'm telling you, this is a feeling that I have never felt. Like, I've never felt this great before. So just keep going, because it gets better. It's hard at first. Don't let nobody lie to you and tell you it ain't, but it gets better. So I just pulled up to work. I gotta get my badge and everything. Like, my stuff is in the back seat. Don't mind my car if you can see it, because my children, this is their second playground. Where's my badge? I already put my stuff on, turning my badge around so people can't see where I work because people are weird. Hopefully you can see that. But, yes. I was going to take this whole bag in here, but all I really need is this folder, so. But I'm about to go into work. I pray that everybody has a great day, has a great week. I pray that everything in your life aligns the way that it should. I pray that you find direction, that you find guidance, that you find the strength and the motivation that you need to keep going. And I pray that you encounter God in a way that you have never before, in a way that makes everything that you're supposed to do, every dream, every admiration that you've ever had, it gets made clear in God's presence. So you guys have a great day. I got to figure out a name what I'm going to call you guys, but hopefully once I post this video, you know, it gets a good response, and then you guys can let me know what you think. Once we build up a good little fan base, we can figure it out from there. But for now, I really enjoy making these videos, and I hope that you get something out of it. I hope even if it reaches 2 or 3 people, like, you just get something out of it, and it encourages you to keep going. So I'm excited to bring you guys on this journey with me. It's going to be crazy. I already know it because my children are crazy. And then as time goes, I start incorporating them into it more because, honestly, they'll probably be the stars of the show because my kids are off the charts. Like, they're funny as crap, for one. For 2, you may have to give them a little grace, as we were just talking about grace, because I never know what's going to come out their mouth. And that's one of the most terrifying things to me when I go in public with my children, because I just never know what they're going to say. Whatever comes to mind is coming out their mouth. But anyways, I'll start incorporating them more into my channel and stuff, and just showing you guys every day, like, life is not always pretty, life is not always cupcakes and rainbows, but just encouraging you to keep going through the process. No matter how good, how bad, how ugly, just keep going, and we're going to keep thanking and praising God all the way through. So y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys later. And remember that you just remember that, see how it cut me off and I was trying to give y'all a little encouragement. Anyways, just remember you are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are heard, you are loved, you are wanted, and you are needed and valued. Okay? Okay. You got this. Y'all have a great day.